For years, Afghanistan was discussed through military strategies, political speeches, and global headlines. But far away from press conferences and power rooms, ordinary Afghan civilians were living a very different reality. This story begins not with politics, but with families who hoped for peace but instead grew up surrounded by conflict. When the United States first entered Afghanistan, many civilians believed change was finally coming. They hoped for security, jobs, education, and a future without fear. In some places, schools opened and roads were built. But alongside these developments came airstrikes, night raids, checkpoints, and constant uncertainty. For civilians, daily life became a balance between survival and hope. Over time, repeated military operations began to leave deep emotional scars. Even when targets were militants, innocent families often suffered the consequences. Homes were damaged, loved ones were lost, and trust slowly disappeared. Each incident added to a growing sense that civilian lives were not a priority. Apologies felt distant, and justice felt rare. Another major turning point was corruption. Billions of dollars entered Afghanistan, but much of it never reached ordinary people. While a small elite grew powerful, many civilians remained poor, unemployed, and unheard. This created anger and disappointment, especially when foreign support seemed to strengthen broken systems instead of fixing them. Cultural misunderstandings also played a role. Afghan society values honor, religion, and tradition. Actions seen as normal by foreign forces were often deeply offensive to local communities, leaving long-lasting resentment. When the U.S. withdrawal finally happened, many Afghans felt abandoned. Years of sacrifice suddenly felt meaningless. For them, this wasn't just a military exit, it was the confirmation of broken promises. This is why many Afghan civilians turned against the U.S., not out of hatred, but out of lived experience. If you want to understand the real human cost behind global decisions, stay connected to the channel for the next video.